welcoming tonight's guest speaker, Ms. Traci Manuel. Ms. Traci D. Manuel, a classroom teacher and state ambassador for K-12 public education, was named the 2023-2024 Oklahoma Teacher of the Year. Manuel is the first African-American Tulsa public school teacher to receive this award and the second African-American teacher to have held this esteemed honor in the 78 years that it has been included in state's history. She is a native Tulsan who is proud graduate of the astounding Booker T. Washington High School class of 2020, where she still actively serves as a class alumni president. An interesting fact about her Booker T family heritage is that 26 of her relatives are Hornet graduates, and after tonight's ceremony, it will make 28. Manuel shows students that life has two roads. She took one less traveled, and that has made all the difference. Give her a round of applause, Hornet.
The Hornet in me. It's not about the drums in a pep rally, nor the slam dunk in a basketball game, although those things are good, nor the roar of the fans after a touchdown, nor the trophy hoisted by the debate team. All those things are wonderful, but think about the Hornets that I see and what Hornet is in you. It's the legacy left by our parents. It's the spirit of the past in the halls. It's the lifelong love of being an Hornets. That's what I'm talking about. It's the faces of the memories on the walls. It's the coming together of a high school by the students who have known it oh so well. It's the strut of the T Connection Band drum major as he marches out on Friday night football field. You won't see me go down because I might not come back up again. But that drum major, he knows how to do it. It's the tears that I shared, that you shed at your recent farewell. It's the man in whom our school bears its name from. Dear Booker T. Washington, you've got it. May he rest, for we've kept his spirit in our memories. We are the pride of the great what? You know it. So when your friends ask you, or they ask me, or unfortunately those people who weren't privileged to attend the Booker T, what is the reason the school is so special to me or to us? We'll tell them. You just had to be there. There are no words to describe the Booker T. Good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. That was from Clark Morris, an alumni of the Booker T. Washington High School. Greetings to the members of Tulsa Public School Board, Superintendent Johnson and her Tulsa team, as far as the leadership. And I must give a shout out to one of the best principal leaders of all time. Everybody deserves to serve under a good principal leader. And this one, the reason why teachers like her so much is because she appreciates the profession and she trusts the teachers, the faculty that are in this room, to go in and do the job the way that they best see fit. None other than Dr. Melissa, AKA Missy. You better not call her Woolrich. Give her a hand, everybody. I want to give it up to the greatest faculty, staff of Booker T. Washington High School. I know they already stood, but if they can wave their hands, because there ain't no party like a Booker T. Washington teacher, faculty, and staff party. Faculty and staff, can you wave your hands at me so that I know you're in the house? And then the families and guests. And last but not least, the most important individuals in the room on tonight. On my mama, on my hood, you look fly and you look good. Oh, what you talking about? Class of 2024 Booker T. Washington, make some noise. Listen, I'm going to get you out of your seats in just a moment, but I know you're saying, Miss Manuel, this is not a formalized introduction. I've had enough of those all year long. I'm at home, and there is no better place than to be home. When I think about Booker T, my heart bleeds orange and black. For I'm a Hornet teacher, a Hornet alumni, class president of 2000. I think somebody said 2020. I wish, but it's 2000, my alumni class. My parents were Hornets of 1964. They said we had 26 family members, but after recounting, it was 36. Our family bleeds deep in the Booker T. Washington High School. After tonight, it will be 38, and I want to give a shout out to my two cousins, Tay Davis and Corianne Williams. I must say, we bleed orange and black. There is no other place like Booker T. Orange and black is what you see when you see the two Miss PTSAs who will never sit down, and that's none other than Miss Irene Drew and Miss Signe Bland. They keep the fire going. Therefore, let me move forward so I can get you out of your seats because I need to do a Hornet pulse check. I don't know, I thought I was in another graduation for a little bit there because I have not seen class of 2024 get out of their seats just yet. So I don't know, maybe Dr. Woolridge, they might want to stay 4 more years. I'm really not. Y'all want to stay? They say, oh, no, we're gone. I understand that. So, you know there's no party like a Hornet party, so I need my alumni. Are there any alumni from Booker T in the room? Make some noise. Are there any current Booker T students that are not graduating, but you're still Booker T in the house? And is there, I don't know, I think it's the best class of all times to come out of Booker T. Is there a class of 2024 in the house? 24? All right. Uh-oh, there they go. I see it coming out now. Oh, yeah. Well, here we go. We're going to do 2 chants. The band's going to help me out on one, so I know you're going to get out of your seats, whether you're alumni, current, or you're a class of 2024. Let me see if anybody remembers this one. HHORNETS, Hornets, the best team. HHHHORNETS. All right. Good job. Mr. Craig, I think I'm ready. Y'all know it goes. Dun, dun, dun. You hear it? It's coming. I need you out of your seats. What is it? T. B. T. W. Rockstar. Hey. Good job, Hornets! Now I know what graduation I'm really at. I'm back home. Hornets are often imitated, but never what? You know it. As I get started on tonight, there was an old professor who once said, it's okay to be nervous. When you're nervous about something, that means you care about it. And when you stop being nervous, that means you stop caring. Tonight is one of my most nervous nights. I've stood in front of dignitaries, been at the White House. All of those things mean nothing when I'm looking at individuals who I deeply care about. I care about their next steps. I care about what they're going to do after leaving Booker T. Washington. Some of you, I've watched you matriculate from middle school to high school, and my, don't you look good. With that being said, in this time, some of you may share the same sentiment of being nervous. Maybe you're nervous about your college roommate. Maybe you're nervous about leaving home. Maybe you're nervous about how you will actually pay for college. Maybe you're nervous about the career path, and maybe you're nervous about just not being prepared. Leaving the hive as a real hornet, because now you're alumni. You should take those nervous feelings as a sign of strength. And here are the 4 things that you know because you're stronger now that you've been taught. You've been given an immense amount of pride. 2, you have been given an intellectual voice. 3, you've been given a spirit of advocacy. And 4, the purpose to protect the hornet hive. If we deal with the very first one, that's talking about an immense pride that you have. Each one of you should have a great satisfaction about the achievements that you've accomplished and made at Booker T. Even some of you who've given contributions back to this wonderful high school where you've threaded the hive. Class of 2024, you always showed up. Yeah, you did. Pep rallies, no matter who it was, whether it was Day-Day running with the flag, Jaden behind her, Kennedy marching, Kyra turning flips, and the rest of the cheer team right there. It didn't matter who it was, you all collaborated. You collaborated so well, I had to get on the phone and call some of my classmates and said, do you know at this pep rally they have brought pots and pans? They've been in their mama's kitchen. They were out there clapping with pots and pans and all kind of stuff. I said, somebody's mother is mad on today just to win the spirit stick. They battled every class like none other. They would sleep in the stands, wake up, run around again. And I don't know, I think last year Dr. Woolridge made some faulty calls because she gave it to 2-3 when I know it was 2-4. I know it was 2-4. I was sitting there judging him, but I let Doc have that call on that one. But class of 2024, I must say, your innovative pride will have a long-term legacy at the hive. When you have pride, it will exude in your talk, in your walk, and even the way that you present yourself. And sometimes others who didn't go to Booker T will think that we're cocky, will think that we're arrogant. But we know it's just confidence. Because guess what? They're not hornets, and I'm sorry, they just don't understand. The confidence that allows you to be who you are is because of the pride. You will take a lot of defeats in life and challenges. But if you walk it out with the swag like Coach Eli Brown, who goes down the hallway like he's real cool and untouchable, like it's still 2000, you will have the amount of pride. I know it's got to be true because if you think of Leva, you can hear him from the first, second, third, and fourth floor. That kind of pride can keep you going. I don't know, it could be the pride that's on stage with Miss Bull, who I say AKA Miss Spirit, who will wear orange and black from top to bottom every time and ride the Spirit bus just so that you can make sure you're showing your team love. Or I don't know, is it my great friend Dean Arterberry? She doesn't mind keeping you in line, even some faculty and staff on your dress code or maybe your behavior because she believes in ensuring policy is fair because she's the empress and that's just how she does it. Class of 2024, if you can take those faculty members that I named and their immense pride and your own immense pride, that will take you where others' characters cannot keep them. Your second thing on tonight as you leave as alumni, your intellectual voice that you have developed through your rigorous courses and plans of study at the Booker T. Washington. These courses have set you on track ahead of most high school graduates in the state of Oklahoma, and I'm a witness to that in visiting a lot of high schools in the state of Oklahoma. There is no place like the Booker T. Whether you have been students in the International Baccalaureate Program, where are you, my IB students? Whether you were advanced program, where are my AP students? Whether you did both, who did a little IB and who did a little AP. They just said, I don't want just one, I want both. All right, or whether you just decided to do concurrent enrollment at TCC. Any of those students here? Or you just said, I just want to be a traditional student and graduate, thank you, Lordy. I'm okay with that too. Listen, you will not only succeed, but you will exceed the expectations of the collegiate level. So I want you to take your phones out. I know some of you already got them out, you're texting, and I want you to go live, but make sure it's on you. It's not on me, so take your phones out with me. Because we thanked a lot of people. We talk about the intellectual ability, but there is one person, and I want you to say it just like I'm going to say it. I want you to say, self, I thank you. Because you did it all. Sleepless nights, listening to mama and daddy talk about what they didn't know. I was doing my studies, but it was self that got me through, that kept me from killing my teachers and administrators too. Thank you, self, because you did it. Self, go out and make a difference. You make sure you post that, because you got to give it up to yourself. Sometimes you just got to show some love to who you are, because after leaving Booker T and exhausting your brain and the development that you have gone through, it's nobody but self that could have gotten you through that, with the love in the room, but self got you through. Your analytical thinking, scientific reasoning, debating skills taught by a few of BTW's best, like Mr. Hoxie, Mr. Lee, Mr. Grimes, Miss Walker, Dr. Payne, Miss McKee, Miss Patz, Mr. Blazek, Mr. Horton, Mr. McCracken, and so many more that are Booker T's brightest and best faculty members across the state. Those are the ones that have prepared you for careers, even careers in our Oval Offices, foreign policies, and classrooms throughout America and beyond. Some of you are leaving Booker T, as has already been said on tonight, with a biliteracy seal, and you deserve a round of applause. Class of 2024, your generation gives me infinite hope that you will use your intellect to continue to fight truthful teaching and discourse in today's adverse climates, especially in our classrooms. Hornets, be the intellectuals that you were taught. And my last and final point here, third, spirit of advocacy. I want you to hear me out on this one, because this is all class of 2024 and the Hornets that are in the house. Hornets, you led the torch in school walkouts and exercised your amendment rights. Anytime there was an injustice in our nation, state, or even local government, you took Dr. King's quote seriously. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Your efforts to lead out and fight for what you believed was contagious, even in middle schools. You stood early on around your freshman year in the fight for Julius Jones' clemency. You stood in 2024 for Tulsa Public Schools as our district was threatened with state takeover. I remember that day because the national ranked #1 high school in Oklahoma's USA Today in the 2024 Blue Ribbon School, I began to watch you. I was told as the state teacher of the year that I could not attend the meeting where they were going to do the vote because the media took precedence over 44,000 teachers that needed to be represented that day. As they told me I could not attend, with my Booker T spirit, I went back and forth with those in power. I went upstairs with those in power. No one ever moved. But when I turned on my phone and I went to the first floor, this class and the Hornets were the ones that I saw on TV along with Tulsa Public Schools marching in solidarity as a walkout began to say, you know what, it may not affect the Booker T. Washington High School, but we're going to stand for those who have no voice. We're going to stand for those who need a fair and just education. And we're going to stand for Tulsa Public School District, who is the largest, the prominent, and will come back to the top in the state of Oklahoma. You deserve that hand clap because you gave me hope. When I walked through the State Department of Education, they didn't have to ask what high school I was from. They already knew you must be from Booker T. Washington High School because our presence precedes us. Hornets, as my high school teacher would say, you planted seeds of advocacy that some will water, but you will stand and you will watch grow. Booker T, Washington High School. The purpose of Hornets is not just to graduate, like other schools, but it's the real Hornet that now lies in the immense pride, the intellectual voice, the spirit of advocacy, and the guardian protectors. You help rid the world of any unwanted injustices. So I beg you to defend the marginalized groups, to teach the truth, to exercise your intelligence. Stand, Hornets, even when our democracy is crumbling. Defend public education and defend the diversity that we need in all schools. We want more stories like Jaden, Mr. Hornet, who stood in the face of adversity when someone said he couldn't, and he is a leader at the Booker T. Washington High School, graduating well and now coming to Tulsa University. We want more stories. As a student that went through a magnet program of both Carver and Booker T, and said, Miss Manuel, I need to be in advanced classes. He fought to be in advanced classes. This is another student. And when I saw him his senior year at Booker T, he said, Miss Manuel, remember, a lot of my family members are undocumented. I didn't know what I would do, but because of Booker T and because of teachers, I have hope, I have resiliency, and I'm graduating IB because Booker T believed in me. It is because of the legendary teachers, Coach Nash, Coach P, Mr. B, one of my English teachers, Miss Norman, Miss Humphrey, Madam Leonard, and Miss Laston, who was a teacher when I'm here. Now she's on the stage. She's a big dog at Booker T. She's an assistant principal. And when we think about those legendary individuals, and as well as Coach Kennedy, those are the people that keep the hive alive. Here's my closing words for you. We are all entitled, Hornets, to a day off of work. But the real Hornet has no expiration date. The work is keeping the promise of our promised land, the practice of decency, the protection of freedom, and the promotion of liberty of all with no exceptions. On my last one, I'm done. And I want you to say, I know. Here we go. I want to see if you can catch on. It goes, we ready, we ready, we ready for change, for change. Funky D's, can you catch on to that? We ready, we ready, we ready for change. Class of 2024, go make change in the world. Oh, you want one more time? There we go, we going on. We ready, we ready, we ready for change. Make a difference, class of 2024. Thank you.